Okay, so same thing, just gonna be going straight into it. I marked my areas of liquidity, so on the 5 minute we had these highs here. Let me turn this off actually. There you go. We had these highs right here that I was expecting to be swept, and we also had these lows down here that I was expecting to be swept as well. And we also had an hourly imbalance or fair value gap. So that being said, ES had similar structure, but it was moving much more differently considering there were S&P 500 PMI. There was S&P 500 PMI coming out. So with that being said, what I did was I waited at market open. Market open, we had a push up into the highs. After liquidity was swept, we had to move down, but the only reason I didn't enter off of this move down was because PMI came out at this candle here. So once PMI came out, most of the move was already done, so there was no point for me to enter. If I were to enter, obviously I would be at a late entry, and with being at a late entry, that's just not, as far as my risk management goes, wouldn't have worked out. What I decided to do was then go for longs, which was after the imbalance. So once price reached into the imbalance and had its move up, I noticed on the 3 minute we had large buy volume, which invalidated the previous candle. Upon invalidation of the previous candle, I had a stop originally down here where the buy volume started. And once we had a sufficient move up, I went and scaled it to break even. So I believe I went break even around here. And obviously price did not go to the expected price target I wanted, which was when price invalidated its recent high. So reason being is because ES was moving much more differently, and as soon as I saw ES having some sort of exhaustion, I decided to get out of my entry. I did scale my stop loss to break even. So once my stop loss was scaled to break even, the trade was risk free. But because I saw that exhaustion on ES, I decided to exit on the trade. And from my exit, it was here. And if I had stayed in the trade, it would have hit my break even. And my expectancy is that price is going to go lower and eventually hit my own stop loss. That's if I stayed into the trade, because right here price was so close to the stop loss, and original stop loss from the entry of the trade was down here. So overall, it would not have made sense for me to stay in the trade considering how low probability it went. It was a high probability trade, and it went back down to a low probability trade, which resulted to me exiting. Overall, I mean, the day is green. It's not as green as I expected it to be, but at the end of the day, I mean, my risk management, I would say, is a 10 out of 10, considering I justified price, I scaled my profits, or not scaled my profits, but I scaled my stops, and I was able to determine whether or not to exit a trade based off of price action and how volume was going. So with that being said, that's pretty much the trade and all I have to share. So go ahead and see what tomorrow brings.